we've made something called Waterdog for kind of spurious reasons.
No, you're missing my question. What is your name?
Oh, right. Alex.
Alex. I didn't think that was a complicated question. Right. Okay. And
I'm Johannes.
Johannes.
Right.
Alex and Johannes. Yeah. And you have made
Waterdog.
Waterdog. Yeah. Thank you.
So when the Hacker Camp Challenge was introduced, there was a table full of components from our full with components from RS Component, but below the table there was a stack of bottles of water, and I thought that was inviting. Not to use what's on the top of the table, what was below the table. So we went into working with water as a medium for sound. And I looked it up. RS Components has a huge catalog of materials, but a bottle of water is not in there.
Yeah, so we were thinking about various things about, like, music technology in general usually has quite high barriers to entry. There's usually quite a lot of different things you need to know before you can actually start making kind of expressive music. You know, there's quite a lot of things you'll have to learn, quite a lot of time you'll have to put in, or things will be very kind of pre-prepared. It's usually either kind of one or the other. And we're thinking about it particularly from like a perspective of for like children or people with developmental disorders and stuff. That specifically, I was thinking of a family friend who's got a child who's severely disabled, and he's very, very focused on physical sensation. Like, that is his entire, like, that's what he's about. That's what he loves. He loves, like, squelching things and, like, staring at, like, changing lights and things like that. And when we kind of started working with water, I thought this would, like, it's a very nice thing to be able to kind of bring two senses together in a very direct way. So basically, hopefully this is working.
Wait.
Oh.
Turn on.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, we've got this container full of water, which has within it a contact microphone and a pressure sensor, which is using a tube to convert water pressure into then a little bubble of air, which creates the air pressure for the sensor. This is getting fed into stuff so that the audio coming from this, kind of the direct sound, is getting kind of mangled in relation to kind of waves being sensed by this pressure sensor. So you get interesting resonances and stuff that are dependent on the movement of the water in general. You can get some really like different sounds from it, depending on what kind of things you're doing with it, which is quite a nice thing because everyone can play with water. It doesn't really take any training. You don't have to kind of sit someone down and go like, right, this is how you approach this instrument. This is how you make meaningful things with this. It's literally just like exploration and like messing about with stuff. So like, yeah, this isn't, yeah. So, yeah, it's fundamentally, you can create music by touching the surface of the water, by doing, like, blowing bubbles in it, by dropping more water into the water, by basically just treating water as this substance to be moved around and yeah, explored through the processing of the audio that's coming in through there, along with the wave data which is being analyzed and then used to control the synthesis. Ideally, we would like to have this running, because this isn't running entirely battery-powered and like entirely separate of a computer. Like
no computer attached.
Yeah, so all the audio is happening within a chip in here. So we had some ideas to have like, you could extremely easily just have like a small waterproof boat enclosure thing that just has the sensors attached onto it. All you do is you turn it on, it's got a speaker on it, place it on top of water, and then any water that it's in becomes a surface for you to make music with. So yeah, that's all due to this Axolotl chip. Whole thing that Johannes has made.
Yeah. So Axolotl is a development I've been doing. It's a board and a program. The board has audio in, audio out, and the computational power to compute real-time audio, and also SD card, MIDI, and GPIO similar to Arduino, so you can expand it with sort of any sensor or additional electronics. But the real challenging part was making software that allows to use all this power. So you can probably see, do you see my screen? So this project was developed as a document in Axolotl. So Axolotl is a modular object-oriented environment, a bit similar to MaxMSP or Pure Data, where you select objects and wire them up together and adjust parameters. So Axolotl allows to turn this patch into to run it on a board and make your instrument, and then start using your instrument without the distraction of a computer or worries about setup or new versions of software. You just keep on using it.
Yeah, so literally, like, all we do with this at this point is you just kind of attach a battery to it, attach some kind of sound output, stick in the things that sense stuff, and drop it in water, and then play with water, and you can make stuff. So yeah.
So I'm making a live connection now between the software and the board inside this enclosure. On this chart plotter, you see the water waves running, and you can tune parameters of the sound algorithm real time. Before you burn it into hardware, you really need to. So now it's a more dry sound. So before you finalize the hardware, you can operate and interoperate with the hardware and make your tune.
Fantastic.
It's unreleased yet. It will be released. I can't give a schedule because I don't know when it's ready. It will be open source.
That's the nature of these things. Alex and Johannes, thank you very much. Waterdog.